Bitch, I rock black Beto. I start like Ringo.
Are you still playing 2K right now? I mean, I'm being honest. Are we still playing 2K right now?
Are you?
This game is in a really weird spot. Are you still having fun with this game now? I don't find myself having fun anymore.
I couldn't agree more.
And it's not because the game is bad.
No.
That's not the problem.
It's the people playing the game that's the reason why.
And it's the cheat. Well, let me take that back. Events, horrible. Those are the worst things I've ever tried. But it's the small things that I don't like.
Like what?
Double center lineups.
That's literally all you see now.
Everything is double center lineups. Like, even on threes, it's now called
triple center.
the trio centers. They run a glass cleaner, either a rebounding stretch or two pure stretches.
Or people get creative and run a glass, a shot creating post, and a pure stretch.
It's like the game is no longer fun anymore. Like, now I just feel like, what happened to the skill? What happened to when every player prided themselves on being good? In 16, everybody wanted to be great at 16. We all did. That's why YouTube was popping so much for 2K.
Right.
Because everybody wanted to see what other people was bringing to the table with the triple packs and their moves and their centers and the builds and lineups and stuff. We all wanted to do that.
The meta was having a guard and just pretty much chaining moves together. That was the meta. In 2K16 and 15, the meta was guards. Centers was centers. But the meta was guard.
It was trio three. It was trio guard lineups.
Yeah. If you was just cooking somebody, you was just cooking them.
Facts.
Now, 2K19 is who can shoot the most contested shots.
Who can invent the best cheese that's hard to stop?
You know what? I've been actually thinking about that too. People in the 2K community are now tweeting the top 10 best stretch lists.
Yes. Okay, you guys realize.
Y'all, like, you really have to think about this logically.
Yeah, you have to really think about that, cause like take a second. Now, if you're a stretch, you know that we love you. Grinding DF, love grinding DF.
Power, love you.
Love power. You know what I'm saying?
ATL, love you.
Nothing but love. But I'm talking about for the average person. How can you make a list off of something that you're meant to do? Okay, I know some of y'all sitting there like, what? Okay, pure stretch, right?
Right.
You can't do anything else but shoot.
Right.
He's gonna be able to make contested shots.
Right.
That's his job.
Right.
It's broken.
Definitely.
So why is there a list for something like that? You have to logically think about it. Now, if there's a list for play shot creators, that takes a lot of skill.
Right.
It takes skill for sharp playmakers, pure playmakers, even glass cleaners, glass athletics. I would not want to see a pure post score list. You know why? It's broken. Most pure post scores are gonna do the same thing. With L2, hop shot, shoot the ball, make the contested shot.
L2, hop shot, drop step, takeover, drop step.
Okay. Since some of y'all looking at us funny, what happens when you guard a pure stretch on threes? Are you sitting over there like easy money, or are you like, oh my God, bro, I promise you, bro.
Every time.
And if
it could be a 75
shot.
It could be a 75 overall pure stretch, and you look and you go, because you already know what's about to happen. You already know he's gonna, if he's the ball handler, he's gonna get the ball. He's gonna go left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right. As soon as you hit that screen, he's pulling. Every time. He's pulling every time.
And now what they're doing is they left to right and then they back up behind the screen and they just pull it like right behind to where you can't do anything about it, especially if you try to play sides.
And some new cheese, now you play twos, you see a pure stretch in a glass, the pure stretch has the ball,
on the
gives
inbound.
the ball to the glass cleaner.
But the glass cleaner runs in front of the defender that's on the inbounder. And he holds L2 and he can box out both people and throw the ball to the stretch and shoot the ball.
Why? Like, why? Why?
The game is no longer about skill. Shout out to LaMonster, Steezo, Swante, Cole the Man, Po Boy Sin, Statistics, Monty, and a couple of others that are still depending on skill to win.
And IQ.
And IQ.
Right.
This game is now about who can come up with the best hard to guard cheese. Don't get me wrong, you can stop it. But the problem with cheese is it's hard to stop.
It's hard to stop.
When you are guarding a pure stretch is hard to guard. Why? Because he can shoot contested shots.
I also want to add.
It makes it hard to stop.
I also want to add.
Go ahead.
every pure stretch that I've seen all have the same jump shot base.
And it's
11 or LaMarcus Aldridge.
And we said this in the last video.
Sure did.
What makes pure stretches hard to stop is because they have no vertical on the stat sheet.
Sure
but
does.
all of a sudden, when they shoot a jump shot, they can jump 50 feet in the air.
Also, don't have a high ball handling, but can't get ripped.
Now, it would be... Okay, let me stop. Let's go with how can they fix this? It's not going to get fixed, but how can they fix it?
How can they fix it, dog?
There should never be a reason why 2K doesn't recognize a double center lineup.
Explain.
If you're a pure point forward when he's on the floor has Hall of Fame dimer. Your player, when he's on the floor, the other guys can feel the floor general.
There's a boost to the team.
There's a
to the team
boost
offense.
to everybody scoring. There's a boost.
Right.
That's why when you have floor general and those mental badges, it affects everybody around you.
On-court coach, alpha dog, clutch performer, so on and so forth.
Taking those badges out the game takes away a pure point, the reason to have a pure point or just a pure playmaker. It takes the reason out because they don't have those badges anymore that affects the whole team.
Okay.
How do we fix this?
How do we fix it?
When two double center lineups are on the court, 2K should recognize, oh, you're trying to use a double center lineup. Here's the problem. Number one, on offense, you're a liability. No matter if you're a post scorer or not, it should be a lot easier to steal the ball when there's a double center lineup. If a pure stretch is holding the ball and he's left to right cheesing behind the screen, number one, you shouldn't be able to left to right cheese multiple times.
Sure should.
If you're doing this, your player should at some point either travel or lose the ball.
Or just lose a whole bunch of stamina.
But they're not going to do that. In 18, they made it to where if you left to right cheese more than 3 times, you would miss the shot. In this game, they took that out. So now you can left to right cheese as much as you want and pull the dumbest shot and green that
And it'll
bitch.
still be green.
How do we fix it? I just told you. You need to make it to where if you do it more than a couple of times, your player either loses a bunch of stamina or his shot percentage drops a whole bunch.
Either it's an engine, an algorithm, something.
Has to be something.
Something in the game to register that a center who's technically supposed to be spotting up only is handling the ball like a guard and shooting over me and with a full shot contest, and it goes in every time.
Now the cheesers in the chat, oh, y'all just complaining. Remember, we've only lost 75 games this year, and 30 of those games are all lag outs and blue screens. So hold your horses, my boy.
Some of them are also from us trying to fix our record so that they are the same, and our record is still not the same to this day, and we're creeping up on 1,300 wins.
So me and Justin have figured out how to beat all of this. We figured out how to beat all these teams and destroy these teams. The problem is how much longer do you want to keep putting up with it, though?
Because
It
we'll be
takes a
honest,
lot.
we're only in November.
Right.
2K19 is already fading to the wayside. Nobody plays this game anymore.
I woke up one day and I saw 2K at 1,000 views. Total. Now my thing is, I love basketball. We all love basketball. That's why we put up with this BS, right?
Right.
But enough has to be enough at some point. I mean, how much longer can you take this?
The meta now is literally all centers.
It's all centers. A person will lose to you on the 2s or 3s.
Correct.
Have a guard. Come back with a double center lineup.
Just to beat you.
Just to get away.
Post a screenshot like he dropped you off, but not state that he lost the first game with a guard and he needed a double center.
At this point, why are we still playing 2K now?
What is the motive? What's the MO now?
I'm asking not as an asshole question. No, I'm asking as why are we still playing now?
Why do you still play 2K? You get on, you turn your system on. Why are you opening 2K19?
Why do you open it? Is it because you love basketball, so you love to be miserable playing 2K? Or is it because you are a cheeser and you are doing, and the reason you're cheesing is because my exact reason. Because you just want to get on and be able to beat people without struggling to win. That's deep. That's deep.
That's what she said.
Because I can only imagine if you're cheesing. You're only cheesing because you don't want to struggle to win.
and you want to win by any means necessary.
Here's my next part. The reason why your mindset is like that is because of my career.
Pass out the bag.
What does my career do for everybody?
It allows you to get more rep than the average park player by playing against CPUs at any time you want. So you can literally be in the first quarter, get like 60, no, be in the first half, get like 60 points, pause the game, go eat, go wash the dishes, go take out the trash, go take out the cat, the dog to go pee, come back, finish the game, and get more rep than the average park player playing 10 games. Why play against users when I can play against CPUs and literally not even have to do anything?
So because you have the easy way out in my career, you want that same easy way out in park.
That sounds about right.
Why sit there and struggle with a guard and a center when I can just do a double center lineup and both of us can score?
Why play with IQ and play logically and play realistic basketball when I could just get a center and another center and pretty much just abuse the guard? All I gotta do, if I'm a pure stretch, all I gotta do is shoot over you. All I gotta do is hold square.
The worst game to ever watch is another double center lineup. Now that's just based off of archetypes.
It's just ridiculous now.
It's just the worst thing to possibly watch.
You watch a pure stretch and a glass versus a pure a post score and a lockdown.
It's just it's the worst thing to watch. It's the worst. It's boring. It's slow, and it's just terrible to watch.
You remember that game when we was on stream and we played against somebody that we've played and beat before? I ain't gonna say his name. I'm not gonna expose him. When he put up with that glass cleaner and a slash and rebound. You remember how long that game was?
The game took forever because he pulled up with 2 defensive archetypes. So it took us forever to get the win. I mean, we won, but it took forever to get the win.
And then also, remember that other lineup where it was a pure lockdown and a pure rim protector?
Yes.
Why? Why?
It's because cheesing.
Why?
Cheesing in 2K now is more fun than playing actual basketball. So now it's just like, people are trying to bring my career to park, which is now making park not fun.
Right.
Like, the whole point of this system was for you to make a build, be loyal to that build all year because it's the build that you love.
Which is why it's rolled to 99.
Because imagine if this is 2K17.
You're not doing
People
that.
would literally just keep switching builds to come beat you all over.
Right.
If 2K17 had my career, that would have been the worst 2K ever.
Agreed.
Because people would just keep switching builds to come beat you one time, which they were doing before. But now in 18 and in 19, it's just even worse. It's like there's no punishment for doing stupid stuff in 19. If you have a double center lineup, you should be easily ripped. The game should recognize that there's no ball handler on the floor. So because there is no ball handler, the steal rate goes up higher. It doesn't recognize that. It just sees the game as it's just another game.
So what you're saying is that pure stretches don't have a high ball control.
Nope.
Right? Their moves are pretty much normal 1 to like normal 5 or 6 dribble moves, correct?
Yep.
But can cheese going through the leg behind the back, through the leg behind the back, through the leg behind the back, all the way up the court, and not lose the ball
at all, and not lose it. They're a center, and they're not losing.
So
the ball.
A center is
okay. Power forward. Some of y'all gonna say they're not centers, they're power forwards. Okay, power forward.
Ball handling is still low.
It's still low, no matter how you look at it.
So 2K was smart enough to take out hot jumper cheese from 18.
Yep, but wasn't smart enough to stop them from cheesing dribbles.
And now literally the meta, you have to have a pure stretch on the floor with you now.
Yes.
Before, the first week of the game, what did you only see? Shot creators, post scorers.
And lockdowns.
And
now, I don't really see many lockdowns.
We lost, yesterday or 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
To an 81 overall pure stretch 5.
Yep.
30 win percent.
And a lockdown.
30 win percent.
Yep.
Shooting nothing but contested shots.
Yep. Well, no, we won the first game.
No. I'm talking about.
The other
game.
You're right.
I'm talking about the other game.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Talking about the other game.
Listen, family. I love basketball just as much as y'all do, and the next man next to me. But the problem is, this game is nothing but cheese. Can this last for another 10 months, 9 months?
November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September.
10 months. Family,
I don't think it's gonna make it.
I don't know how y'all feel, but something has got to change in this game. I hope that everybody else can still find love in this game. At this point right now, it's it's hard to keep that same passion. No, we're not gonna stop uploading. We're gonna keep uploading because, like I said, we still winning. When me and Jay start going on a losing spree, that's when we'll stop playing. But me and Jay are still winning.
Right. So
we gonna keep playing this game. But can y'all keep playing this game? Can
are
you
you
take this?
Still playing this game?
Can you take this for another 10 months?
Can you?
We're gonna have to find out 10 months later. Keep God first. Stay blessed. It's Treandj. We'll see y'all next time, man.
Real niggas on my team, y'all. Fetty Wap left side, can't see y'all. Can't be y'all. Nigga, my whole squad ready to ride. Riding round, but be ready to die. Y'all don't gotta decide whether or not you approve of this. You ain't gotta make room for this. I Bermuda shit, bring it down. Can you hear me now? You couldn't relate. I bet they all feel me now. The ruler.